Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on my Redstone Let's Build world. This is episode 6, and boy oh boy am I happy to see you. Yes I am. I am absolutely knackered though. I am so very tired. We lost an hour of sleep last night, I believe, or the night before, and it is still hit me very hard. And yeah, I went to bed at around about 3 o'clock in the morning, according to local time. And I know there's going to be some of you in the comment section going, huh, that's nothing, I went to bed at 5. But I don't function very well on lack of sleep. And recently I haven't been getting a whole lot of it due to the fact that I am trying to work YouTube and college both at the same time. My free time has just gone through the floor. But anyway, I am not complaining in the slightest. If anyone thinks I'm being negative, then you are wrong, because as you can hear, I am very excited to be recording this episode because I believe this is the penultimate one of the series, at least the mini-series. These are going to be on like a rolling type deal where I finish one of the builds and get straight on to the next one that I have in mind. And the next one that I have is really cool. I'm sure you are all going to love it. But of course, we can't just end this series here. We do have to do some finishing up. So there are a few things that I have noticed. The first one is this light is out, and also one of the repeaters over there is wrong. I will fix that. And another thing is that all of my ocelots have actually despawned. So we are going to have to spawn some more of those in and actually rename them this time so that they don't despawn. As far as the other things that I have planned, there are a bunch of awesome comments with really amazing ideas in them, and all of which I will try and get done in today's episode because some of them are absolutely incredible, and you guys are amazing at coming up with good ideas. So if you wouldn't mind suggesting some down in the comment section, that would be absolutely lovely, because I would love to hear them. Some of them have been brilliant so far and really helpful towards the series. But anyway, the first thing that we're going to be doing is fixing up our lights. Here is the offending repeater. Some of you have been going mad over this since episode 2, I believe, is when I added the lights in. So there we go, that one is fixed. Now, as far as the light being out over here is concerned, that is probably where I've had to do some canoodling with the redstone to get it round this little hallway here. So let's take a look. By the look of things, we had a light cut off. Actually, no. Oh. Well, I think it is just as easy as I've just mistakenly taken out a piece of redstone. I was expecting to have to do a little bit of redstone engineering there, but there we go. That looks like it has been fixed. See, I love it. I absolutely love redstone when it sort of fixes itself and presents the problem straight away. There is nothing worse than having to search around for a bug that you have created, and that is probably why some people are put off by redstone. But anyway, now we are going to spawn in all of these ocelots. I think I will give them a silly sciencey name like Test Subject, or maybe even Albert. I don't know what sounds sciencey. So yeah, I'll get on with that, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. I just want to take a moment to apologise to anyone that is called Albert. I didn't mean that your name is silly. I was quite simply thinking of science-based names, and obviously Albert Einstein popped into my head, so don't worry. Your name isn't silly, it is lovely, and statistically speaking, there is probably a large number of you in my 280,000 odd subscribers, so to all of those of you, sorry about that. But anyway, all of the ocelots are now in place. They are all called Test Subject. As you can almost see, you can't see any of their name tags through the iron bars, which is a bit of a shame. But yes, they are all there, so hopefully they shouldn't despawn. If they do, then I'll have to come up with some other solution. But now we are going to be getting on with the main redstone project that I have planned, and that is using a comment suggestion. Basically, when this charge gets down to 0, all of the lights in our laboratory are going to turn off, and all of the systems are going to go down. Now, this is actually quite a complex system, and it could take a fairly long time to get done, but it seemed like such a good idea, I couldn't pass it up. So let's go. Here we are down underneath our nuclear reactor here, and I think I have discovered a new feature in one of the 1.8 snapshots, and that is the fact that if you get close to a ceiling that is dripping, everything goes a little bit blue. I don't know if I like that or not, but anyway, we shall now take a look at what I have done. I have started adding in the warning systems for low power. So as our battery levels go down, you can see that this piece of redstone would turn off first, and it says warning power low. It's nice and calm. It's just like, look, you should probably start charging up your battery. And then the next one is warning, power below safe threshold. Now that is starting to sound a little bit more panicky, and then straight away we are to critical, power down, and finally all systems failure, and that is when everything goes dark, everything shuts off. Perhaps I could have alarms. I don't know. It's going to be very dramatic and very, very cool indeed. So now I'm going to have to start wiring up some outputs from these redstone blocks into the various elements of this build. Like I say, it's probably going to take a little while. I just thought I would take you through one of the first elements of the design so you can get a rough idea of what is going on, and then I will crack on with it on my own. But what we are doing here is we are taking the redstone outputs from our redstone power block here, and we are running it into an output line. And what this is going to do is go all the way up here, all the way across the top like this, and into the top element of our nuclear reactor, and it is going to cut off all of the lights by switching off this redstone output here. So this one is quite easy. The thing that I'm worried about it is doing all of the redstone signals to the rest of the base. This is fairly nearby, all of the rest is absolutely miles away. But anyway, what we need to do is we need to run a redstone torch tower all the way up to the top. I don't know if any of you have seen these before. I am sure most of you had. But to anyone who hasn't, these things are absolutely invaluable. They are one of the easiest ways to vertically transfer redstone signals. They are just super easy and fairly cheap as well. So let's just take this all the way up like this. And what do we need? The redstone output of the block is currently off. So that means that we need ours to be off as well. So that works pretty well for us. And then we just want to run that along here. And I've immediately, once again, gone into tutorial mode. It's what you can expect from me. As soon as I start doing redstone on camera, I just go straight into mumbo-jumbo tutorial mode. And yeah, it doesn't sound too great. But anyway, what we are going to do now is we are going to run a redstone output from our block here at the top of the redstone torch tower. And then just a little bit of redstone dust along a repeater into this block. And funnily enough, that should actually work. So if I can find my way out of this labyrinth that we have at the top, we'll take a look at whether or not this is in working order. I think I'll just break myself out of here. Right, so we've got an Enderman. That wasn't planned. But when our charge goes below 3 blocks, then we should have all of the lights inside there go out. We shall see. One thing that I have noticed is that the effect is a lot less dramatic due to the fact that we have a very bright floor here. But anyway, I have hooked this up to a bunch of lights. I've even added some lights in there, which weren't there originally. So here we go. Here go all of the lights. Those turn off, and then all of these turn off, and all of these turn off as well. So as you can see, it has got very dark. It's not quite as dramatic as I imagined. I don't know why I expected it to go absolutely pitch black, but obviously we have got a large number of light sources in this build, and I can't deactivate every single one of them. That would take absolutely hours to wire up. So instead, I have gone for something like this, and I think it looks pretty cool indeed. We are now on the outside of our science lab because we are working on the exit, and I'm sure there is a large number of you that have never seen out here before, so this is our cool entrance to the science lab. I really like this place, and if you haven't seen the earlier episodes, then I would suggest checking them out because they really are quite interesting, going through various different locks and keys that we have used to keep this place secure. But anyway, of course, to get out of this place, we are going to be using a TNT cannon, and we are going to teleport the player there using some kind of teleportation tube that will take them over here, and then they hit this button and fly out of the ground. But of course we can't have a hole like this. That is fairly suspect, isn't it? So what we are going to have to do is we are going to have to link up a secret mechanism that will open up the floor as we shoot out and then close back up again. Now it sounds quite easy, but, I don't really know. I don't know how difficult or easy this is actually going to be. So all I know is I need to run this redstone signal up to this repeater here, and that shouldn't be too difficult. I am actually tempted to use another one of those redstone torch towers because they are so easy to build, and like I say, they are a fantastic way to transfer redstone signal upwards. So I'll quickly do that. But the thing is that we have to watch out for powering any of our dispensers. Dispensers can actually be bud powered, and we definitely don't want that happening. So that is in the right state there. We'll grab ourselves a half slab so that we can run that up. But another thing that has to be considered is the delay. We need to make sure that we don't hit this piston, and we need to make sure that it doesn't open too early, and then once again we hit the piston, because otherwise it won't have worked for our specific task. So right, we are running that redstone line into those torches. that should be working fine, but we might need a little bit more delay, and by that I mean quite a lot more delay. In fact, actually, let's take a look inside. I haven't loaded up this with any TNT just yet, but currently the thing is closed. When we hit this button, take a while for, yeah, that is way too early. So I'm gonna have to add a little bit of delay in here, and also bung a bunch of TNT into all of these dispensers so we can get an accurate timer, and then I will catch you guys in a little bit. By the sounds of things, I've got everything synced up correctly. It did use a whole bunch more repeaters than I had first imagined, if I can actually find where they are. Yeah, there we go. So this is the little timing circuit that we have here. But if we head back inside our TNT chamber, wow, I really messed up on that word there, didn't I? But if we head back inside and hit this button, you will see our TNT gets dispensed, and then listen for the boom. So that is perfect. That means that this will open up, we'll get shot out, and then it will close up behind us, keeping it all secretive and all good evil science labby. So what I'm going to do now is hook this up to our teleporter and also do a little bit of prettying because this place doesn't look so hot, but then we will be ready to rock and roll. This is why I don't use command blocks. Oh, why did I summon an ender crystal? Here comes the moment of truth. I have been experimenting with command blocks for a fairly long time now, and we are going to see if this works. I have not tested this yet, so I am a little bit nervous. This is our teleportation booth that will transport us from here over to our TNT cannon. So here we go. Yay! Sort of. Almost there. I almost got it. I just messed up the firework a little bit, but I am fairly happy with that. Just needs a little bit of work, and then we will do the full-blown test with TNT Launch, because I know that is what you have all been waiting for. Here comes the moment of truth, version 2. This time, hopefully we get it in full working order. And soon as we test out this teleportation tube, we are now going to be testing out this other one here. We've got our vertical buttons in. So we hit this button, we get the particle effects, and we have arrived in our launching chamber. And then we just have to hit this button. All of the TNT has been dispensed, and... No! Oh no! Oh, I don't know what to say. That should have worked. Well, originally I thought that was funny, but now I'm just depressed. What do I do? I'm going to have to test to see if TNT launches still work in the latest snapshots, because if they don't, oh, we are in for one hell of a time. Yeah, this isn't looking so good, and I don't really know what to say. Maybe dispenser TNT launchers aren't working properly, but essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the player is teleported outside of the base. It's not going to be as dramatic as the TNT player launcher, but as you can see, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, and I am generally down by this because I love TNT player launchers, and this is just such a massive shame. Here comes the moment of truth, version 3. This is the third and final time I'm going to be testing this, because I think if this goes wrong, I will have to hang up my boots and quit YouTube. So let's hop inside our teleportation tube, hit this button, and yeah. I mean, yeah, it worked. It's not very dramatic, is it? It's not particularly great, and let's just say, I'm not so happy with it. I really was fixed on the idea of having a TNT player cannon to launch me out of the base. That was like my original idea from the beginning. It is the reason that I didn't have an exit in the starting episodes, because I was waiting out on doing that, which really is a shame that it doesn't appear to be working. Now, it could always be that perhaps I have done something completely wrong. I've just been an idiot and I've wired it up incorrectly. Who knows? I might give it another test in another video, but for 2 of my designs to not work, that seems a little bit peculiar. But like I say, the chances are I've just been silly live on camera. We'll take a look at it in the next episode, if there is another episode of the Redstone Science Lab. I don't really know. I don't know if this is going to be the last one and the next one is going to be the showcase, or if I am going to be able to do another one in which we add a few more features. But at the minute, I am feeling fairly happy with where this project has got to. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today, folks. So if you did enjoy this video, please please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.